Hello and welcome to our Hiring Manager videos section. I'm Dan Toussaint, and we partner with CPA firms to source and recruit experienced CPAs. We introduce our positions by interviewing the hiring manager on video for the position, someone who likely influences or impacts the culture of the firm, and especially the culture for this position. We begin the conversation with an overview of this role. What are the industries served or the opportunities inherent in the position? Take a listen.
And somebody with manufacturing experience.
Okay. So manufacturing experience, and what was the other one? I missed that.
Not for profit.
And not for profit. Okay. All right.
Now, ERISA experience would be beneficial. We do have a nice solid practice in that area, but it's also something that that somebody can be trained to do. Same thing with these other experiences. Hey, we in this business, people come with lots of different experiences. Having the not-for-profit manufacturing ERISA experience are great, but I'm also looking for somebody who really just wants to learn, be engaged, have great opportunity for growth and opportunity. That's what we're looking for.
Now, ideal candidates would come from another CPA firm, certainly. But
more likely than not, another candidate could be someone who had that CPA or that public experience, maybe left for industry and have decided that they want to return to public practice.
Okay, cool. Now, what would you consider the common denominators that exist with the more successful employees in your group and in the firm?
So the common denominators, one is because of the level that we're looking for that manager and possibly senior manager. It can really be a range, Dan, from the supervisor down through the senior manager level. So that's someone, depending upon their prior experience, if they're with a larger firm and maybe have a broader experience, 4 or 5 years is great. And even 4 or 5 years from a regional firm. So anywhere up where we've hired folks that have had 8, 10, even 12 years of experience. So I think that what I look for and somebody that has had the most success is, given the level that we're looking to hire, needs to have had that prior public practice experience. Having the breadth of experience in different industries is always helpful. But beyond that, quite frankly, it's someone who has a willingness to learn, we do feel it's important to, we'd like to see, not that people will not be, have the opportunity to be flexible from where they're working. We are, for the most part, back in the office or at clients. All our folks, what I say is, all COVID did was create for everybody else the environment that public accountants have been working with their entire lives. Especially on my side, on the insurance side, reality is, there's plenty of times we're not in the office. That's one of the best parts about the job, is the flexibility it provides you as to where you need to be and how you get there and what time you. So we've always been that way. We're still that way. But those that are most successful are those that are engaged with their team and working closely with their team. And we find that needs to be at least partially, live and in person.
Okay. What would you consider the biggest challenge, 1 or 2 challenges in a role like this today?
So part of it is where they're coming from. The reality is, if you're coming from a larger firm, the more likely you have worked lots of hours and you've had lots of experience and maybe more challenging technical opportunity and probably work on bigger jobs. So the first
Big Four background, that would be
right. If you're Big Four, maybe even some of the much larger regional firms, but chances are you're either traveling a lot, your hours are in excess. And so the perception is, oh, why would I want to come here? Well, I can only speak from experience. I spent 24 years in Big Four. I've been here for 12. And what I could tell you is our clients have the same challenges, experiences, and needs as the bigger clients. They're just on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
We purposely do not work with public clients. And that's because we want the opportunity to work closely with our clients and want to be able to give them answers and be that bench, which, if you're working on public clients, the PCAOB precludes you from doing. So that's one of the nice things. But that challenge is just the shift. I mean, you don't have the national office. It's the pro and con. I don't have this big national office who's got all the answers in a bucket. So maybe you're doing a little bit more research and you have to think a little bit more. But the other part is, I don't have this big national office. I don't have this big bureaucracy. You get to influence and make change immediately because you're part of it. You're not part of some bureaucracy. You're part of making change.
I've heard Ray described by one of your fellow partners as Big Four light.
I would say it's Big Four light from the standpoint of the nature of the clients that we serve. We have a lot of former Big Four that are here that were looking for a different lifestyle, a different opportunity to get out of that big bureaucracy mentality. And, quite frankly, reality is, okay, are you going to see the significant bumps in salary like you sometimes see in Big Four? Not necessarily, but you're also not working the hours and the demands and the lifestyle that Big Four requires. We just don't have that.
Okay. I see that as a plus. For some
absolutely. You get your life back.
Yeah, right. Let me ask you about the key things going on within the firm that this person might have a chance to impact.
Oh gosh, the list is long. So number one, we are growing. We're growing very rapidly, not just in West Central, but across the firm. And so we have a number of different initiatives associated with that. Just because we have new clients and our clients are different things, we're looking at a number of clients that are just evolving as far as where they are in their life cycle. And so there's just a lot from that standpoint with regard to the types of clients that we're working. We're working more upstream. Our clients are bigger, more complicated than they've ever been, but they're still bigger for us. They're still not these massive clients, but we do have some. I mean, I have clients that are in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and I have clients that are in the $5 to $10 million. They all have the same issues. It's just how complex are they? But we have a number of different councils, whether it be the Young Leadership Council or the Manager Council, or other opportunities for our more experienced folks would be Next Gen, which is an internal. You have to apply and be accepted, but it's a program that we do for our up and coming stars. We've got a lot of folks that are doing external things, whether it be Leadership Columbus or Leadership Dublin, or there's a couple other leadership type of things. So there's all of that. A couple things we have going on right now. We have, there's a new accounting standard coming out. This is the fun, boring stuff. It's the new lease standard. Well, we have an entire group of people that are on the committee to roll that out and be those experts across the firm. We have a software update that is coming in on the assurance side, and I have a whole group of people who are on that committee. Actually, there's a call going on right now where our younger people, I have a supervisor and a manager who are leading the training for the rollout of this new software. In Dublin, we have a committee of awesomeness. So that's a group of people that go decide what are we going to do to have fun, and how are we going to bring our region and our office together. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved, a lot of different things. We do ride-alongs, which is just the opportunity for our younger staff and our older staff to, come out and go along with the more senior people to meet new people, learn more about different industries. So there's so many different ways to get involved, and it's really just what are you interested in doing?
Okay, that's great. in terms of feedback, how would a person get feedback in this role?
So there's a couple different ways. First of all, everyone is assigned a coach, and that coach is the person that you're going to create your goals with. You're going to meet with them on a regular basis. We have a couple of different times of year that you do formal interaction. We're going through that process right now for our year end. But we're also working through that. I anticipate changes coming in the next year with Melissa Schock, our director of HR, putting in place some more formalized ways that we can be getting the feedback throughout the year. But then there's also the constant. I mean, you should be getting feedback and asking for feedback on a regular basis.
Sure. Okay. Does this position report to one of the audit partners, or would it report directly to you?
So the reporting structure is really no different than in any other public accounting firm. So you're going to have a book of business, and you're going to be given a book of business. That you asked me what one of the challenges was a few minutes ago, and I'm not sure I fully answered your question, but I will tell you without a doubt, the biggest challenge that our new folks struggle with is that when they first get here, they don't have a lot on their plate. And they're worried, oh my gosh, I don't have a book of business. I'm not having all my charge hours. They've probably left an environment that was very secure for them, and they knew exactly what they were going to do the next day. And, trying to get accustomed to the idea that, okay, well, what am I going to be doing? Well, it takes a little while. And I can promise you, I could rattle off 4 or 5 names that have all gone through it, that I've had the exact conversation say, don't worry. It'll be okay. I promise you, 6 months from now, a year from now, you're going to look back and you're going to go, oh, I don't know what I was worried about. And hands down, that is exactly what happens, because we want to put people in the position to be successful. We look at this as, when someone comes, especially that experienced person, we want you to be a part of the team. We want you to feel comfortable with what you're doing. And we're not just going to, slam a bunch of stuff at you and go, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. So it takes time to get that. And so that's part of the, it all works out, I promise, but we want you to be successful. We want you to have the opportunity to learn the methodology, learn the ins and outs of how we work. And it just takes a little time.
Okay. Very good. Yes, for my purposes on presenting candidates, you want me to reach out to you directly or to Melissa directly? What's the process? I think
the plan is to work through Melissa. And but most likely, I don't know how you guys have worked it. If she said, hey, send them to me, resumes to me, send them to her, that's all fine. In the past, we had Desiree who would do a lot of the vetting, and then they would come my way. But I've also gotten ones directly, and I'm comfortable with whichever way. And so then circling back, you asked, who does this person report to? So back to that, the point is, you're going to have a book of business. And so you're going to be reporting to, you're going to be working with your coach. So you kind of report to your coach, but then you're working with the various partners that are that person would be reporting to. It's a very collaborative approach. So no one reports directly to me. It's really working with the assurance partners in the assurance group.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, I look forward to working on this project with Melissa and you, and I think it's something we can help you with. So I will, circle back with Melissa. I told her that you and I were going to be talking yesterday. And so she's aware of our conversation, wanted to kind of get your personal take on what you're looking for and record it so we can use this, with candidates to give them a chance to really vet, the opportunity firsthand. And so that's why we're doing this. So let me get busy, and I'll be in touch soon and with Melissa. Appreciate your time here today. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we end this call?
Yeah, Dan, just to wrap it up, I often get asked, well, what level, how much experience, where do we want? And here's the bottom line. We want good candidates. We want folks that want to be here, who want to be challenged, want opportunity.
Yeah.
So it can be anywhere, somebody from the, 4 to 10-year, 12-year experience, as I said earlier. It's really just about what's their experience and what are they
Mhm.
looking for.
Yeah.
And, we work in enough different industries that, we can, it's great. I mean, we have specific needs, as I mentioned to you, with not-for-profit experience and manufacturing experience. But, if I've got a lot of talented people that have come to us and it's, there's enough different things, we can make almost anything work. But it's got to be things that people want to do. We want people to be here because, they're excited to be working on the stuff they're working on.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, Helen.
All right. Take care.
Talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
And if you want to know more after watching, click on the attached link for this conversation about this position, and we will be happy to share more with you.